What is liability cover? So liability cover in the sectional title context is actually more aptly called property owner's liability. And it is one of the three pillars or one of the three insurance aspects that need to be covered by the body corporate. The rules actually refer to it, and it's actually referred to the AGM. Okay, so a body corporate must at least purchase 10 million rands worth of liability cover, and there's usually a lot more, 50 million or 100 million, but 50 million is the sort of figure we like to see at least on a policy these days. And the rule actually says that the body corporate must take out public liability insurance to cover the risks of any liability that may occur in respect of bodily injury, death, or illness that a person experiences in connection with a common property, and any damage or loss to property that is sustained as a result of an occurrence. Okay, and that rule can be found in our booklet, which your owners can download from our website. There's plenty of places. You can just go to Google and just say Addsure booklet, and you'll be able to download it. And I refer to Rule 23.6 on page 10. And then also on page 52 of the same booklet, I do use an example on, when a car hits a gate and so on. Okay, so there is written explanation in our booklet, and I'm going to give you that link as well, actually. Okay, in simple terms, in layman's terms, what that means is that the body corporate must take out insurance to protect the body corporate against, not the other party, to protect the body corporate against being found legally liable when somebody sues the body corporate for negligence in respect of somebody being injured. So in other words, it's the body's fault, the body corporate's fault that somebody was injured, or it's the body corporate's fault that their property was damaged. Could be their motor car at the gate. It could be that they're blaming the body corporate because their favorite oil painting got damaged because the body corporate wasn't maintaining something, or they slipped and fell and hurt themselves on the stairs because there was no handrail, or the tiles were broken and they slipped on the broken tiles, or the tree roots were pushing up bricks and they tripped in the common area and they blame the body corporate. Okay, and if the body corporate have been failing to maintain something, then they could have a gripe and they could hold the body corporate responsible. But the insurance company's job is to defend that claim. In other words, to say, no, the body corporate wasn't responsible. We've got the story from the body corporate, and the gate closed on your car, caused damage to your car, yes, but unfortunately, it was the first time. Very sad that it happened to your car, but the body corporate did maintain the gate regularly. It just, bad luck. Okay, so however, if that owner of the motor vehicle can prove that the trustees, after he's coming through the gate and the gate closes on his car, and then he finds out from the estate manager or the security guard, no, this has been a problem for 3 weeks now, and they keep on nagging the trustees, and the trustees do nothing about it. Then you've got a gripe. And if you can prove that, then the insurance company might actually have to fork out the money if they're willing to, because that might be very negligent on the body corporate's part. But yeah, it's just a matter of, if the body corporate's trustees were negligent, then the body corporate's policy would normally pay, because it might be unintentional negligence. And then, of course, um, if the owner is just wanting their car fixed on the body corporate's insurance policy, even though the gate belongs to the body corporate, it doesn't mean the body corporate is liable. It means that bad luck. It's only in South African law, it's only if negligence is found on behalf of the, call it the defendant. So the plaintiff, being the owner, would have to put in a claim and say, you've caused damage, your gate caused damage to my car, and I'm holding you responsible because I have got proof that the body corporate was not maintaining the gate. Okay, so that's how it should be framed. If the guy just says the gate closed to my car, it's your fault, then invite the third party to send you, some sort of letter of demand so that the insurance company, we send it to the insurance company as a liability claim, and only the body corporate signs the liability claim, by the way, because the third party is not insured by the body corporate. It's our policy. It's your policy. And the insurance company will send them a letter and say, sorry, no cigar. The body corporate didn't do anything wrong. If it's very clear, if there's a lot of evidence that the body corporate did do something wrong, then the insurance company will say to the third party, okay, let's talk. Okay, so that's the principle on damages to property. But the other part is injury. The same actually applies. The person slipped and fell. They point to a brick that was loose. Was the brick just come loose today, or is it a general, lack of maintenance around the place? The defense for that might be, well, the body corporate says, listen, we had paving guys here last week to check and they didn't see any other bricks. Here's the proof. Or we pay somebody to come and check the property once a month and everything seems to be fine. You know, and that's the principle. So though in broad strokes, just to recap, liability cover deals with damage or loss of property or injury, which could result in death. So in other words, physical damage to property or physical damage to a person where the body corporate was negligent, and you take out cover to protect yourself against that. That's what it's all about.